midfield four of Luca Barrington, Eugene Gallagher, Jordan Richardson, Jordan Richards and Matty Carson are the midfield four, with I'm going 2-10, so Kennebo and Tom Kersons, the ever dangerous Tom Kersons, as well as Frankie Maguire, lining out the Boston United team this afternoon. On the bench, Reece Lovett, Greg Sloggett, Linnell John Lewis, Geordie Huula, Alex Lancashire, Marcel Livinier and Liam McCarran. Boston United are in the centre circle. They are going to shoot from right to left as we look at it here. So their half is where we're positioned, right bang on halfway inside the Boston United half, and we kick off here at the Boston Community Stadium. Yeovil shooting, of course, from left to right as we look at it. On, as I mentioned, it's sunny. There's blue sky. There's a couple, there's clouds overhead, but not a drop of rain. It's lovely to see, considering the weather we've been having recently. Although I hear tomorrow's not going to be great, so it's your one and done this week.
Yeah, this is lovely though, isn't it? I think the sun actually just peeked out from behind the clouds as the teams were walking out. That was quite poetic, that, wasn't it?
It was. It really was. Jake Wannell on the ball for Yeovil Town. Fires it a long ball over towards Jarvis, but it's picked out by Connor Teal. And across to his centre-back colleague in Jamie Grams, who fires a diagonal ball out to the near-hand side. Kyle Ferguson goes over the top and wins the header, but able to set themselves, and Kennebo runs down the near left-hand side. He's in the box, actually. Kyle Ferguson goes down, and it will be a free kick to Yeovil Town. The home fans aren't happy with it, but it seemingly Kennebo had pushed Kyle Ferguson to the ground, and Yeovil Town win a free kick inside their own penalty area.
Yeah, excellent defending there from Kyle Ferguson. Obviously, there'll be a few eyes on him coming back into the side today, and I think that'll do him the world of good, just having an early test in the opening 30 seconds, and dealt with it really well, dealt with it really calmly.
Jed Ward will pass it out to Wannell, far side the left as we look at it. His flowing blonde hair. I think no need of an Alice band with Jake Wannell. Jones fires it near side to Sims, plays a 1-2 with Jones, who gets past his centre-back and will win a corner for Yeovil Town. The first set piece of the afternoon. It goes Yeovil Town's way on this near side.
Nice little bit of link-up play from Sims and Jones on the right there as well, wasn't it?
2 minutes have gone. Boston United 0, Yeovil Town 0. Yeovil win a corner kick, and it will be Takara Mafiko over this one. A left-footed in-swinger towards the head of either Wannell or Ferguson Jarvis. There's lots to aim at. Terrell works as well, crowning the keeper as much as he can. Mafiko towards the back post. It's a decent ball in that, and Ferguson was the man to try and run towards the back post. It's off of a Boston head, though. It will be another corner for Yeovil Town, this time on the far side.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad corner in, was it? Looking towards the far post, and as you say, there's a lot of height in there. There's a lot of bodies to aim for, so hopefully one of our lads will be able to get the head on it.
Brett McGavin is the man over this corner, far side. Both arms aloft of McGavin. Floated towards the back post once again, and away by Boston United on the edge of the penalty area. Picked up by Ryan Jones, chipped over towards McKenna, who I think stays on side just about this near side, and he tries to find Ryan Jones. Loses possession though on that pass, and Mafiko, brilliant work to win the ball back there off of Abbo. Fires it infield to Jarvis, who comes short. Out wide to McKenna, who's got a lot of work to do. He can't get there. He's not a natural winger, Joy McKenna, and it's out for a throw into Boston United.
Yeah, as you say, not a natural winger. I don't think he was anticipating that ball from Jarvis, was he? But fantastic recovery there from Mafiko to win the ball back in midfield after it was given away.
That's what he does. Mafiko able to be that in the engine room for Yeovil Town. Played 3.5 minutes here, 0-0. Sims wins the header off the Boston throw-in, but the home side managed to win it back. Turnover in play though. Yeovil back on the ball with Sims, Jarvis and now Mafiko. To Wannell. Whittle out on the far side, the left, back in the team. One of the 3 changes that Rowley has made. Infield to Mafiko. McGavin out wide to Whittle. This is great passing play from Yeovil Town. Works. That left-sided number 10. Back to McGavin. Cushions the ball towards Wannell. He's going to fire a cross-field ball. Long ball over towards, it's off the head of Sims, but Carson will play it forward for Boston United. Forward comes Frankie Maguire. Down goes Josh Sims. And Yeovil Town win the ball back. Mafiko, McKenna, Ferguson, long ball down the channel towards the head of Jones, goes over his head, and back with Jamie Grimes in the centre of the Boston back three. 4.5 minutes gone here at the Boston Community Stadium. Boston United 0, Yeovil Town 0 on BBC Radio Somerset. Got Ollie Marsh, the head of social media at Fulham Football Club and Yeovil Town fan alongside myself, Josh Perkins, this afternoon. Carson controls the ball with his left foot, plays it forward, it fires off the head of Tom Curzons, but back to Jed Ward. He'll roll it out. Wannell, ball down the left channel, high towards the head of Works, can't get there though. A little too short for that header. Back now with Rooney, almost on his goal line, in the far corner of where we look at it, over towards the right side. And Captain Grimes is walking the ball forward for Boston United. High, arcing ball into the Lincolnshire air, and headed down by Ferguson, who's fallen over and complains for a free kick, won't get it though.
Yeah, I'm not sure there was a foul there, but he certainly did very well to rise above the striker and win the header.
McGavin can't sort his feet out, gets the ball picked off him from Usheen Gallagher, the only Republic of Ireland player in this Boston United team, as in a player from Republic of Ireland, not that he plays for the national team. Yeovil back in possession with Ward, McKenna and now Mafiko. 6 minutes gone here. 0-0 is the score. Both teams just in that kind of feeling out process. Works, gets pressured, so backwards to Wannell, and now Mafiko, centre of the midfield for Yeovil Town. Still inside their own half though. McGavin receives the ball, is pressured, but back to the long flowing hair of Captain Jake Wannell. Yeah, it's very cat and mouse at the moment, isn't it, Ollie?
Yeah, I don't mind it, to be honest. I think it's nice to see Yeovil looking quite comfortable and composed on the ball. The only times where it's really sort of been a little bit of a shame is when they've maybe gone a bit long, gone a bit direct. Jake Wannell's, there's a couple of times where he's gone for the diagonal ball when actually there wasn't really any need to. He could have just kept his foot on it and kept the passing moves going.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened there, and Ryan Jones plays an outside of the foot pass that just overstretches Josh Sims, and Boston won the throw in. They've taken it. The ball is with Jamie Grimes in the centre of the Boston United defence, bang in line with us here at the Boston Community Stadium. As I say, Boston shooting from right to left. They win a free kick because there was a pull on a player from Jake Wannell, and they take it quickly. Back now with Jamie Grimes. Matty Carson, one of the three changes that Phil Hurst had made this afternoon, tackled by Josh Sims. Mafiko to Jarvis, drops deep as well inside the Yeovil Town half in the centre circle. Back now with McGavin. Whittle, far side the left. As you say, Ollie, I don't mind this because it's Yeovil Town with the possession, the majority of the possession away from home, not making any silly mistakes so far, although I don't want that to be a commentator's curse.
No, absolutely not, but I think that's what it's about, isn't it? Obviously we've had to change the back line again, which Billy Rowley probably wouldn't have wanted to do, but Ferguson coming in and he's looked quite assured so far. Hopefully the more experienced members of the back line, Wannell and Whittle, can help guide him through.
Said Phil Hurst, and I meant Paul Hurst. Thank you for the correction. Correct me on a lot, Ollie, because,
Yeah, likewise, if we both help out each other,
exactly.
I'm sure we'll get through.
Exactly. 8.5 minutes gone here at the Boston Community Stadium. Boston 0, Yeovil 0. Boston now passing the ball around in their defensive area. Grimes across to Carson. It goes relatively short out wide to Abbo. Back infield now with Richards and Gallagher. On the ball again is Gallagher. Across to Grimes. Just on the halfway line here. Near side the left as Boston United attack from right to left. Richards. Grimes looks for the out ball, won't find it. And Mafiko plays a pass, like kind of intercepted pass that was played first time to Sims, and he couldn't control it. Boston United throw in this near side.
Remember after the Scunthorpe game last week, Billy Rowley said about the final third entries and how sort of on the front foot we were against our opponents, particularly in the first half. It's been a little bit different today. It's been sort of a little bit more disciplined, but obviously coming to an away side, coming to an away ground against a team who have been in very good form, you just want to control the game as best you can in the opening stages, don't you?
There was a foul on Matty Carson, a bit of an ankle biter there that he was in some discomfort, but is back to his feet, and the fourth official has asked Jamie Grimes to move the ball back, an inch onto the halfway line for this free kick.
Yeah, that made all the difference, didn't it?
So Grimes with the ball on the halfway line then plays the free kick, and it develops into nothing. Ball high into the air. Terrell Works trying to chase it down in the halfway inside the Boston half. Couldn't win it though. Ball over the top towards Kersons. Can he bring this down? It's him against Ward, and Ward will pick that up. The ball had bounced and managed to fall into his gloves. Well saved by Jed Ward, and it stays 0-0.
I think it's going to give me the jitters every time I see Kersons bearing down on goal like he did then. Jed Ward, good awareness to come out from his goal and collect it. But yeah, with the form that man's been in, can't afford to give him a glimpse of goal. Absolutely not.
Tom Kersons, 8 appearances, 7 goals. Got a hat-trick against Scunthorpe. He's played for Harrogate at the bottom of League 2 beforehand, 16 appearances before he signed in mid-January.
You look at the goals he's scored in recent weeks, it's all different types of goals as well, isn't it? It's a sign of a forward with a lot of confidence. Must be nice.
Yes, exactly. 7 in 8 is crazy as well. Got Frankie Maguire as well, who's leading the line for Boston United this afternoon. 21 appearances, 5 goals for the 22-year-old. As Billy mentioned to me pre-match, both players definitely know where the goal is. Carson on the ball now. Abbo. It's a bit of a pullback there from Josh Sims, but Boston able to play on. Ball in the midfield now with Gallagher, just shy of the halfway line. Far side the right. Good spin there from Barrington. Passes backwards to Gallagher, and he sets Connor Teal down the far right-hand side, and Whittle able to cover for Yeovil Town, and Ward will boot it clear. And Yeovil Town again back in possession. Whittle and now Wannell. Plays a ball infield that McGavin was able to get onto. Just kind of pushed it forward. Mafiko. Nice spin there from Ryan Jones. He couldn't quite get the ball under control though. Spins away from him and back into Boston United possession.
It does feel like Boston are just trying to put us under a bit more pressure, just trying to press us a bit more, aren't they?
They really are. Every player bar the Boston goalkeeper inside the Yeovil Town half. It's halfway inside the Yeovil half as well. Recycled back now with Jamie Grimes. Plays the ball on this near side the left as they attack with Ken Abbo. Stood up by Sims infield and picked off by Dakari Mafiko. Fakes a pass to go forward, and McKenna loses it. Maybe 20 yards out now with Abbo. Defended by Jones, but again McKenna can't quite get a hold of the ball, and it's finally away by Kyle Ferguson. Goodness me, just unable to clear their lines momentarily. Carson's infield towards Maguire. Richards. Matty Carson on the left-hand side. They can't find the final ball. Boston United back out now with Ken Abbo. Billy Rowley down below to our left-hand side is screaming at his Yeovil Town players to get close and put pressure on the Boston players. They do this time. Jordan Richards gets pickpocketed by Ryan Jones, who drops the shoulder, goes infield. That was better from Yeovil Town.
Yeah, it was a bit of teamwork there, wasn't it, from Ryan Jones and Aaron Jarvis? They both went to him and both came away with the ball.
They're back in possession now. Approaching 14 minutes gone here at the Boston Community Stadium. 0-0 is the score on BBC Radio Somerset. McKenna into the centre circle now.
It is something that I've noticed, as you picked up on just then, something I've noticed from watching Billy Rowley on the touchline. He gets pretty frustrated with his team, doesn't he? When they're not winning the second balls, when they're not capitalising on loose passes.
Yeah, very animated. Wears his heart on his sleeve. Ball over the top from Ferguson towards Sims, who didn't like the ball. It was either offside or just had a bit of too much of a kind of an in swing on it, so wasn't able to make the run. And Boston United back in possession. Carson to Grimes, pressed by Ryan Jones. Back to the keeper now, Dan Cameron, who we've not mentioned. He's not really had anything to deal with in this half so far. Approaching a quarter of an hour played, 0-0. Nice flick on there. That was idea from Kersons, but loses possession. Back now with Richards and Maguire. Centre of the park towards Abo. Keeps the ball in though. Free kick, throw in, for Yeovil Town. Billy Rowley's seemingly screaming at the referee that the decision wasn't given earlier. Yeovil Town though do have a throw in as it went out off the feet of Abo. Halfway inside the Yeovil Town half.
It does feel like when Boston have the ball and they're passing it around the back, it does look like Yeovil are sort of perfectly happy to stand off for them and just kind of let them make the first move. Yeah,
they throw it in and Jones is able to go back to Wannell, who himself goes back to Ward, and he'll boot a ball forward towards the halfway line. Jarvis goes down and wins Yeovil Town a free kick. With 3 Boston United players around Jarvis, and he felt the contact and went down, won his team a set piece.
That was excellent work from Aaron Jarvis. Obviously he had his critics this season, I think rightly so, but that was what he does best, isn't he? He's a bit of a dark art striker at times, and he's won the free kick. Yeah,
a real target man for Yeovil Town, looking to come into a rich vein of form. He's on the ball now. He finds a low shot and Jarvis has scored! Goodness me! Oh, it's like we can read, magic. Jarvis fires a ball low, maybe 25 yards out. Keeper Cameron can't get to it down low to his right-hand side. And Yeovil Town are 1-0 up.
Wow, what a finish that was from Aaron Jarvis. No power, just pure precision. And I don't know if the goalkeeper saw it late, but it's just trickled in the corner past him.
We just talked about Aaron Jarvis wanting to come into a rich vein of form. He must have heard us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's fantastic vision, isn't it, to pick up the ball from that area and to be able to work the shooting opportunity. And can't forget as well that he was the one, it was his hold-up play that won possession back for Yeovil in the first place, getting that free kick just inside the Boston half.
He's had his criticism, as you say, Ollie, but that will do Aaron Jarvis a world of good. His 3rd goal of the season. And Yeovil Town are 1-0 up here at the Boston Community Stadium. Just waiting for things to get restarted here. That was out of completely nothing. He received the ball, turned with it off the pass from Whittle. Yeah, fires a low shot that just dribbled into the bottom right-hand corner of the goal. Yeah, Dan Cameron was outstretched, couldn't get to it. Yeovil Town find themselves a goal up.
It's not really the kind of goal you'd expect from Aaron Jarvis, is it? He's sort of an in-the-box striker more so than someone who's going to take pot shots from just outside the D, but maybe you should do it more often.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as you say, Ollie, he's a real fox-in-the-box kind of striker, but that from 25 yards out, I mean, it had some power on it. It had to beat Dan Cameron. Carl Ferguson skews a pass out wide and out of play on this near side to Boston win a throw-in off the restart. 18 minutes played. Boston United 0, Yeovil 1.
Yeah, you just wonder as well, obviously Yeovil Town signing a new striker yesterday. It means that Aaron Jarvis has got a bit more of a point to prove, and that kind of forward thinking to get himself on the ball and be looking for those opportunities, looking to create those opportunities for himself. He's done really well there, hasn't he?
Really well. But of course now, in the game that Yeovil have signed a new striker with, the existing one goes and scores to put you 1-0 up after having not scored for a number of games. Classic. Ferguson will take the throw for Yeovil Town. Goes over the head of the goal scorer Jarvis. Gallagher will play a ball back to his keeper, and Wax is going to pressure him. The keeper will go low and wide, and Jake Wannell's right there to shepherd the ball out for a throw-in.
I remember being at the away game at Sutton many months ago now, and Aaron Jarvis scored a penalty, and I remember thinking at the time, brilliant, that's exactly what he needs, just get himself on the score sheet and hopefully start a little run. And and I think it was about another 12 games until he scored again. So hopefully this one is the one that kind of sets him firing and gives him a bit of belief.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if that was the last goal he scored for Yeovil. I think it probably was, but I could be.
Did he score one against Hartlepool in the away game there?
Oh, was it here? Yeah, actually, that's a good. That off the top of my head, that sounds right.
There haven't been enough of them wherever they've come from.
Exactly, but one that he scored this afternoon is going to do a massive world of good if Yeovil can, keep the run of form they've been playing at the moment, and as we keep saying, edge themselves ever closer to mathematical safety in the National League. Ball just bouncing around between both teams in the midfield, and it will go out for a throw on this near side for Boston United. Carson throws it into Richards, gets the ball back, tackled by Ryan Jones, who gets the ball quicker off of Ken Abbo. They were both in a bit of a foot race there. Ryan Jones goes down and wins the free kick for Yeovil Town. Seemingly just went over the outstretched leg, but wins his team a set piece.
Yeah, it was actually a nice little bit of skill, wasn't it, from Ryan Jones, just to sort of flick it around the player, and he had only one choice but to foul him, win the free kick.
Carl Ferguson takes the free kick short towards McKenna, and back now with Ward across to Wunnell, far side the left. Wax is crowded out by two yellow shirts, but will win the throw-in. Throws it into Wunnell. Ward controls it with the inside of his right foot and releases the ball with his left. Headed on by Boston United, but picked off by McGavin. Across to Jones, who gets a bit of a push in the back there from Richards, and Kyle Ferguson for the second time in 5 minutes skews a pass out wide on this near side, and it's out for a throw-in.
I think it was something that Billy mentioned in his midweek interview, wasn't it? Just being brilliant at the basics. He's had a full week on the training ground just to introduce some clarity into the team, so no need for them to take any risks. Carl Ferguson a few times just deciding to get rid of the ball rather than risk giving away possession. I don't mind it.
The ironic jeers you can hear around the Boston Community Stadium were for a Boston free kick, as you can imagine. I didn't quite see who had gone down there, whether it was Carson or Maguire, but has gone down very left of centre, wide on this near left-hand side. Yeah, went down off of a bit of a push from Kyle Ferguson, and wins Boston a free kick, one that they feel that they haven't gotten in the opening 20 minutes.
Excellent position, isn't it, to whip a ball in from the left?
It's going to be left-footed outswinger by Carson. It's a good ball as well. It's down and goal. Boston United have equalised. 22 minutes played. As we say, it's a great position, swung in with real venom from this near left-hand side. And Boston, as soon as they went behind, they're back in front. It's Boston 1, Yeovil 1.
Yeah, I think that's all about the free kick delivery, isn't it? And it's not a high one, so Yeovil, with all of the height advantage that they have in the box, didn't really count for much, and I didn't see exactly who it was that got the final touch. Was it that man Curzons?
23rd minute, number 20.
Who was it? Who are they going to give it to? It's the right centre back, Jake Rooney. For Boston United, only gets his third goal of the season, similar to Aaron Jarvis. One of them is a centre back and one of them is a striker, I know, but Boston are back level here at the Community Stadium.
Yeah, it was a good header from Jake Rooney, wasn't it?
Great ball in as well.
Yeah, great ball in, and then a downwards header. Didn't give Jed Ward much chance.
Not at all. Yeah, Jake Rooney on loan from Derby County, also featured for Barnsley earlier in the season. Jarvis is going to play off the bit of a loose touch off the back heel of a Boston player. Down the line towards Abbo, and that's a great pass down this near channel. Abbo tries to get across the ball across the face of goal, can't do so. Recycled back out to Carson, ball towards the back post, and Maguire is not tall enough to get the header, although Boston have seemingly found a new vein of form. Ball back into the area towards Abbo, again not tall enough, goes behind for a goal kick. Concerning for Yeovil Town, Ollie.
Yeah, definitely concerning to see Maguire in the middle, not having any Yeovil Town defender around him, putting pressure on him, and I think he just mistimed the jump, didn't he? The ball went over his head a little bit.
So Jed Ward will roll it out for the goal kick that Jake Wunnell will take. He'll pass it across the 6-yard box to McKenna. fires the ball out wide on the far side to Whittle, who can't get to it, and it's a Boston United free kick on the halfway line.
Yeah,
A free kick throw-in, sorry.
I don't think it was the right decision to go for the diagonal pass there. Just go straight out of play, immediately puts us back under pressure. We spent a decent chunk of this game, probably the first 20 minutes, looking relatively comfortable in possession, and I think that's what we've got to get back to now. We just got to get our foot on the ball and pass it around a little bit and take the tempo out of this.
And Curzons is offside, although it took a while for the flag to go up on the far side from the assistant. We were all a bit worried there that Curzons was one-on-one. He's not, don't worry.
Yeah, just enough time for the eyebrows to be raised a bit before the flag went up, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think everyone with a green and white persuasion did that whole eyebrows up, and no, Yeovil back in possession now with Joy McKenna. Must be said, both goals that have been scored here have been really good. Jarvis's low 25 yards out ball over the top that Josh Sims won't be able to chase. It goes ahead of him. He's quick, he's not that quick with Josh Sims. And then the equaliser for Boston. Great ball in, great header down, and good finish.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the difference between the two goals, wasn't it, was Aaron Jarvis's kind of came out of nothing. It was a bit of a flash in the pan, and then Burton's probably came from a little spell of pressure from them.
Ball over the top towards the head of Curzons, but Yeovil Town do well to defend. Jed Ward has the ball at his feet, passes out to McKenna near right hand side towards Ferguson. McKenna, and now back to Ward. Again fires the ball out to Whittle, and he will control it this time. Infield to McGavin. So a fair bit of room. Across to Mafiko. Cushioned by Wunnell. And across to McKenna. Puts his right foot on the ball, rolls it out. Jones. Hugging this touchline on the near side. Ferguson back to McKenna in the middle of a back three for Yeovil Town. Especially when they're in possession. Works wide on the left. Cuts in field. Lays it off to McGavin. 26 minutes gone here in Boston, in Lincolnshire. Boston 1, Yeovil 1. Yeovil went ahead on 18 or so minutes with Aaron Jarvis and his third goal of the season. Jake Rooney then equalised 4 or 5 minutes later with his third goal of the season. And those are the two markers in play this afternoon. Looks like McKenna has gone down off of a bit of a push there from Curzons, and he will win Yeovil a free kick. Referee's now going to allow McKenna to take the free kick rather than Jed Ward. Jed Ward has the ball at his feet for the moment.
Yeah, I think you can see there's no real urgency to get on the front foot or to get things moving going forward for Yeovil, but they're just trying to take the sting out of the game at the moment.
Yeah, down below us, away to our left-hand side, Paul Hurst is stood front and centre of his technical area, and there is no Yeovil presence, at the moment within the technical area. Carl Ferguson goes over the top of is that Maguire or Curzon, excuse me? Goes over the top of him with the header, but wins Yeovil a free kick because of it. You can hear the home crowd getting frustrated with that one. Yeah,
well, it's the second time he's done it, hasn't it? But it's definitely a foul. He's lent into him a little bit, but fair play to Carl Ferguson. He's been getting up and winning the headers. He's clearly up for the battle. Billy Rowley is now back up and into his dugout, right at the front of the white line. Ball over the top towards Terrell Works, but Dan Cameron sees that all the way and will collect on the edge of his penalty area. We haven't really been able to get Terrell Works too involved today, have we? Obviously, he's missed a couple of games through illness, I believe. Yeah, he had the flu. Billy Rowley told me against Southport back when they were in the FA Trophy. Hopefully we can get him firing again soon. He's one of those players who has the ability to create things out of nothing. Yeah, there's a bunch of flu going around at the moment. I've been not flu, flu-like symptoms. I've been dealing with a bit of a cold. I'm sure not, as angry or as Terrell Works has been dealing with. But I hope not. I'm sat next to you. No, I'm all good now. Don't worry. Oh, that's a great bit of play. Luca Barrington through the legs, gets past one player, fizzes it across. Frankie Maguire, edge of the area, wants to shoot, shapes to shoot, and Jed Ward with the save in the centre of his goal. It took a deflection on the way in,
But Luca Barrington, take a bow, because that absolutely dumbfounded the Yeovil Town defence there.
Yeah, it was an excellent bit of skill, wasn't it? And then when the ball came over to Maguire, had a lot of space in the box, and it was only because he delayed taking the strike that it allowed the Yeovil Town defenders to get back in position and eventually get the block in. I think it took a couple of deflections, didn't it, before it ended up back in the arms of Jed Ward.
Yeah, and those are difficult as well, because, Jed Ward dives early and the ball, ricochets and goes in the centre of the goal. When Jed Ward's over the other side, then it's 2-1 Boston, but it's a good tackle and subsequent pass there from Carson that, takes Terrell Works off his feet, but he's back to his feet, and Boston United in possession now with Matty Carson. 28 appearances, 2 goals for the left side of a back three. 23-year-old as well. Ball over the top towards Maguire, who is offside. Assistant on the far side puts his flag up. The home fans will complain that he wasn't. The line was tight, but it's a free kick Yeovil Town.
Yeah, it certainly looked offside to me, but you still got to give credit, I think, to Carl Ferguson, who stayed with him, stayed alert, and I think would have made the block even if the flag didn't go up.
Half an hour played here at the Boston Community Stadium. Boston 1, Yeovil 1. Goals from Aaron Jarvis and Jake Rooney. Ryan Jones just gets the ball picked off him, and Boston again come forward now with Maguire near side the left. Sends Kyle Ferguson one way, kind of fake shots, and puts the ball into the area, which Jed Ward can claim. Thrown out, or rather distributed out by Jed Ward towards Jarvis, who runs the line towards the far side of the pitch.
It was a great kick out to Jarvis, wasn't it? I know obviously Jed Ward, it's one of the few things that he's been criticised for by Yeovil fans is his distribution, but yeah, fantastic ball, and did it quickly as well, tried to get things moving. Good take from Aaron Jarvis.
As we keep mentioning, the young 22-year-old on loan from Bristol Rovers told me earlier in the season that he hadn't had a conversation with Steve Evans as to be recalled by Bristol Rovers. So, Yeovil Town fans, they think who wants to sign next season if they're looking to to build a squad for the future. Jed Ward is probably your first name.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned the fact he's 22 there, but I think he's wise beyond his years, isn't he? I think the fact that he's had such a consistent run in the side, been one of our few ever presents this season, you sort of look at him almost as one of the senior figures of the side, despite only being 22.
Yeah, he's given the captain's armband, where obviously with the injury to Luke McCormick, and when Jake Wunnell is either suspended or goes off, he gives the armband to Jed Ward. So as you say, it shows kind of what confidence the team have in him. Ball over the top towards Curzons. I think he was slightly offside. It rolls through to Jed Ward. 35 appearances this season for the young goalkeeper. 9 clean sheets. He won't get another one this afternoon because Boston have scored, but it is level 1-1. 32 minutes gone. Sims near side, off the pass from Jones. Sims infield to Works. Across again on this near side, just below us here with Jones. Does well to drop the shoulder. Cut infield, circles out. Sims is onside. He'll play the overlap, and Jordan Richards has to come across and defend for his team. It's out for another corner kick to Yeovil Town on this near side.
Well, it's Ryan Jones and Josh Sims linking up really well again, isn't it? You can tell that they're on the same wavelength this afternoon, able to find each other, and Josh Sims particularly on the overlap has been a really useful outlet as Yeovil Town have attacked down the right.
Mafiko over this corner kick, as he was only a couple of minutes into this game when Yeovil won their first set piece of the afternoon. Both arms of Mafiko aloft. Floated towards the back post, and Ferguson is the guy on it. McKenna trying to reach it, so is Wunnell. It's back towards McKenna and punched away by Cameron. And Boston United managed to get it clear after 3 attempts. Ward, who is miles out from his goal towards the halfway line, has come up to boot the ball forward. I think Jarvis is offside. No. Okay, flag stays down. Jarvis gets a bit of a pull there on Gallagher. Was in the running though there with Cameron to try and take the ball off him. Yeah,
I think he's a little bit fortunate, the goalkeeper there, because Jarvis definitely got a toe to the ball before the keeper did, and whether he could have maybe gone down and felt the contact and won a penalty, I'm not sure, but decided to try and stay on his feet and couldn't quite find Jake Wunnell, I think it was, who he was trying to get the ball back to.
less bodies in the box, but similar to what Tavon Campbell did against Sutton United when they won in late home win only a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, could have felt the contact and gone down much like Campbell did, but decided against it. That's the kind of Aaron Jarvis we're used to seeing, in the box, being that ever-present, just nipping at the toes of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's a battler, isn't he? And I know that obviously today, I think I'm right in saying he's one yellow card away from a 2-game suspension, so I wondered if maybe that might have clipped his wings a little bit, but he's still going in for challenges, still going up and battling for balls.
I believe it's 2 yellow cards, but I'm to be corrected, I'm sure.
No, I'd definitely trust your knowledge over mine.
I don't. Jarvis on the ball now once again on the halfway line, back to Mafiko, across to McGavin, and prodded forward towards Works. Now Whittle, far side the left, back to Works, who's there's arms over from Works and gets thrown to the ground as well. The referee will give a free kick to Yeovil Town. Definitely in a battle there with the centre midfielder for Boston United, Oisin Gallagher.
You told me earlier you're a fan of WrestleMania, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, that was very WWE-esque. But Yeovil Town win a free kick, pretty much bang in line with us. Far side of the pitch though, so 25, 30 yards, probably 30 yards out. McGavin going to be over this one, right-footed in-swinger.
Yeah, not surprised to see McGavin over it. He is the set-piece specialist in the side, isn't he?
Well, you think Boston United, you think Brett McGavin, you think of the goal he scored here last season. Last season, 2 seasons ago?
Yeah, last season a couple, wasn't it?
Yeah, cracking free kick. McGavin floats the ball over towards that back post. McKenna headed down, Works a bit of an air ball. McKenna down low, and it's just about out by Oisin Gallagher. Heads it behind for a corner to Yeovil Town. That could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, it was a little bit desperate defending in the end there from Boston, wasn't it? But really the chance there was when the ball fell back to Terrell Works and tried to strike it on the volley and just didn't get over the ball. It was a bit of a slice up into the air, but as you say, could have gone anywhere, and just unfortunate that there wasn't a Yeovil Town player waiting to nod it in.
We're into the final 10 minutes of normal time here at the end of the first. 36 minutes gone, 1-1. Mafiko on this corner near side, floated towards kind of the central area of the 6-yard box and away by Boston. Sims, Mafiko, nice ball down the channel towards Jones, who's got a lot of room. Just again drops the shoulder and couldn't find the ball backwards, kind of across goal, edge of the penalty area, and Boston United will come away with Barrington. And deflected off the heels there of Wannell, who leaves it for McGavin, now with Whittle and McKenna.
Yeah, good work from Wannell there to cut out the counter-attack. I think we've seen on a couple of occasions already today, Boston, they are dangerous on the transition.
McGavin forward to Jarvis, and now collected by Wannell. Far side the left. Assessing his options is Wannell. Eventually plays it to Jarvis, who finds himself wide on the left. Forward to Whittle, but he loses possession. Across field now with Carson. Grimes back to Carson. Grimes, the captain of Boston United, 7 appearances, 1 goal against Forest Green earlier in the season, currently on loan from Chesterfield. Ball down the channel, flicked on by Maguire. Curzon's across goal. He plays a low shot, kind of a cross-come shot really, that wasn't going anywhere towards goal, but from the moment it left his boot, it was looking dangerous, and it's out for a goal kick to Yeovil.
Yeah, it almost looked like he was caught in 2 minds there, wasn't it? Whether to have the shot or whether to cut it back, but yeah, definitely wriggle through to him, and that's always going to be dangerous, isn't it, with the form that he's in. Not sure Jed Ward was fully anticipating it either. He looked a little bit out of position, so maybe that's why Curzon's hit it early, just tried to catch him out.
Yeah, as you say, trying to get the keeper off his line. There's a thumb up for Aaron Jarvis as the ball was played over the top, and seemingly it was a thumb up to say nice idea, but it didn't get to him. Grimes back on the ball now for Boston United. 38.5 gone here. Boston 1, Yeovil 1. Aaron Jarvis opened the scoring for Yeovil Town on 18 minutes. 4 or 5 minutes later, Jake Rooney equalised for the home team. Both great goals in this National League fixture this afternoon. But the points are shared so far. yeah, Boston United at the start of this game were in 12th and Yeovil in 19th. But as Richard Hoskin mentioned at the top of the show, there's only 3 points separating the two sides that are seven places, 7 places difference.
Well, it shows how much Yeovil can gain if they do pick up a couple of good results, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they can, when it was a bit scary, and we thought, oh, well, it's 1 point between us and Braintree and that kind of thing. It was getting nervy for Yeovil Town dropping, ever closer to the relegation zone, but 8 points clear now so far. Fired in towards Jarvis, who's being pressured backwards towards Wannell. It ricochets and finds Works, who leaves it for Jarvis. Works once again halfway inside the Boston United half. Mafiko arcs a ball out towards Sims, who's had to really work to keep that ball in field. He does, though. And Ferguson to Ward. Back now with Jake Wannell as Yeovil look to restart that attack. McGavin. Jones is screaming for it on this near side. He gets it. Just the edge of the centre circle. Powers forward. Lays it off wide to Sims. Again, good work from these two down this near side. Jones wants to drop the shoulder. Can he play in Sims? He can. Closest to the goal line. Pulls it back. Whittle can't find the goal. It's deflected off of a Boston United player. So actually good defending from the home team. But again, Yeovil could have another goal there.
Yeah, Sims and Jones, what a double act they're proving to be down the right. There's some fantastic work yet again to play in Josh Sims, and he's done all he can to pull the ball back to Alex Whittle. I'm not entirely sure what Whittle was doing in that position. It's a little bit unnatural for him, and certainly the finish looked a little bit unnatural as well, didn't it? Wasn't quite able to adjust his feet in time when it came back to him.
Absolutely. Carl Ferguson just puts his... the assistant on this near side had signalled for a throw into Yeovil. The referee then gives it for a throw into Boston United, because I think Carl Ferguson just tried to get his body in the way of it and let it go out for a throw-in. It had evidently come off of Kyle Ferguson last and, signalled for the home side throw-in. Miscommunication there between the both officials. Wannell on the ball now for Yeovil Town. McKenna. Ward, edge of the penalty area. Controls it. Again, lays the ball off to Jake Wannell, who leisurely jogs forward like he's, doing a run on a Sunday or a Monday morning. Across the pitch to Ferguson, headed on by Jones, and Sims is going to bust a gut to get down. He's going to cut inside. Can he get the ball? He's going to get Boston United are going to get the free kick for that one, because who's that went down? Was it Gallagher that had gone? Didn't quite see who that was that had kind of fallen on the ball.
Yeah, I think it was, but I can't really see where the foul was in there. I'm not sure if it came across on the radio, but there was a little ripple of laughter from the home fans here, because they couldn't really see where the foul had come either. But great work from Josh Sims. There was a little he just nodded the ball forwards and it took him past the defender, got himself into a great position, and unfortunately when he cut back he just went a little bit further than the ball and wasn't quite able to recover.
McKenna on Curzons, so free kick Boston. Just inside the Yeovil Town half, left of centre. Maguire and Carson over this one. Carson's going to play it short towards Avo. Cuts back, finds Maguire. Ball floated in towards the back post. Away by Wannell. Trapped down by Mafiko. Gets the ball away towards McGavin, far side the left. Down the line, Jones picks the ball up, pushes it forward with his left foot. Oh, and is Whittle going to get there ahead of Cameron? No. Cameron absolutely leathers the ball away. McGavin, a little Cruyff turn, pass infield to Jarvis, who lays it off to Works. Really nice pass and play from Yeovil Town.
Yeah, and I think again there as well we find Alex Whittle in an advanced position, which we don't normally associate with him. He's never been one of those fullbacks who kind of bombs up and down the wing, but definitely looking to use him as more of an attacking outlet today.
Yeah, seemingly the fullback that, as you say, kind of bombs down the line and gets into those attacking positions, and they kind of cycle around, and Sims the other player to get down the wing on this near side. Got about a minute to go of normal time. Well, that's fantastic from Sims, and Jones again sets Sims, edge of the area on this near side, tries to pull the ball back across the face of goal. It's ricocheted off of Richard, so it will be a Yeovil Town corner kick. I don't know what Josh Sims had done there. He took the deftest of touches round one side and took the scenic route, went round the other side of the player and got back onto the ball.
Yeah, he's been really impressive, hasn't he, attacking down the right, and it's another opportunity for us to get a ball in the box. I think it must be our maybe 5th or 6th corner or wide free kick, and they've been good deliveries so far.
Mafiko, ball towards the front post this time, and it's away.
Well, that wasn't a good delivery.
Commentator's curse there, Ollie. See, Sims pulls the ball back towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Unable to find a green and white shirt. Still Yeovil in possession with Jones. McGavin on this near side. 2 minutes of additional time at the end of the first. Ball floated over towards McKenna. It drops to Works. 25 yards out. Drops the shoulder. Can he stay on the ball? No. Just loses out. Strength really gets the better of him against Gallagher. So Gallagher wins out. Whittle pushes down. Is that Kersons on the far side or Barrington? And it is Kersons who pushes Terrell Works away from the free kick that Boston United have now got. As I say, we enter the final 2 minutes of additional time at the end of the first half here. Boston 1, Yeovil 1. Abbo. Carson across to Grimes. Trying to work the other side now. Diagonal ball back over towards Abbo on this near side, the left. Headed away by Sims. Floated back over. Headed away by Ferguson. Towards Sims once again. Just head tennis at the moment. Mafiko can keep it on the ground, but only as far as Gallagher. Far side the right, in towards the centre circle again with Gallagher. Carson. As I say, left side of a back three. Forward and wide to Abbo. Cuts inside. Gets the better of Jones. Lays it off to Richards. Carson once again. Stood up by Sims. Infield again to Maguire. Back to Richards and across to Gallagher. As I say, just outside of the centre circle here. All players bar the Boston goalkeeper inside the Yeovil half. All floated over on that far side. Going to be headed down by Kersons. Can he flick a ball? He gets the ball towards the edge of the area. Low shot, well saved by Jed Ward. It was Oisin Gallagher that took the shot, left-footed, fired it towards the near post of Jed Ward. He's done really well to get down and save for a corner.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a good strike, isn't it? When the ball's coming down with snow on it, to be able to control the volley and keep it down. But Jed Ward, he got down nice and quickly, and not just to make the save, but also to push the ball past the post and not parry it back into the danger area. Absolutely.
A little bit of a Boston danger coming at the end of this first half. They have a corner on the far side. It's been not a great time for Yeovil to concede. The corner is... That's an awful corner. That's probably the worst corner I've seen this season.
Yeah, and it's just a shame that Yeovil didn't leave anybody up top to be able to catch it on the break.
Yeah, it was just kind of rolled out towards the edge of the penalty area, and Takara Mafika was able to run it out for Yeovil Town, and that was where the half-time whistle went here at the Boston Community Stadium. It's been a fun half. I know, obviously, Yeovil have conceded, but the way that Jarvis had scored the goal, seemingly out of nowhere, Yeovil have had some really good passages of play, especially on this near side the right with Jones and Sims. It's been positive.
Yeah, absolutely, and not just the Jarvis goal, but I think bar probably 10 minutes around the time that Boston got their equaliser, Yeovil have sort of been on the front foot, haven't they? And there's been plenty of final third entries. Jones and Sims have linked up really well down the right, so hopefully that can continue into the second half and we can find a second goal.
Yeah, more to come. That's the voice of Ollie Marsh, the head of social media at Fulham, but Yeovil Town fan more importantly here this afternoon. Half time at the Boston Community Stadium. It's currently Boston United 1, Yeovil Town 1.
2-0. There's just been a second goal at Twerton Park. And Weston-super-Mare lead Hampton and Richmond by 1-0. Louis Britton with the first goal of the afternoon. It's check out the roads with Toby.
Thank you very much, Richard. Good afternoon. We're going to start on the M4, as on the eastbound side, there is a lane closed on the Essex Slit Road for junction 19 for the M32 in Bristol. That's all due to a broken down vehicle, which is causing delays. On the M5 on the southbound side, there's also a lane closed on the Essex Slit Road at junction 17 for Cribbs Causeway. That's due to an incident, and it is looking busy if you're coming off the M5 for Cribbs Causeway there. On the Portway, there is stop-start traffic before the centre of Bristol. In Brislington, we've got heavy traffic on Brislington Hill going both ways. On the Portbury 100, there's queuing traffic heading towards the Galdano interchange. In Bath City Centre, looking very busy today, especially on Green Park Road, St James Parade and Dorchester Street. In Brent Knoll, there's slow traffic on Bristol Road. That's heading towards the Edithmead roundabout. And in Yeovil, roadworks are causing delays on Sherborne Road. That's in both directions. No major issues on public transport, but if you have spotted anything on the roads or on public transport we should be mentioning, do let us know if it's safe and legal on 08000 855 949.
Saturday Sport.
BBC Radio Bristol and BBC Radio Somerset.
In the Southern League, it's Plymouth Parkway 0, Yatetown 0, Pooltown 0, Taunton Town 1. Dylan Jones with the first goal of the afternoon in that match. Elsewhere, Bristol Manor Farm trailed Tavistock by 1-0. Great first half for Frome. They're leading 4-0 in their match at home to Bishop's Cleeve. It's Portishead Town 2, Falmouth Town 0, and half-time Winchester 0, Larkhall Athletic 0. Six Nations latest with about 8 minutes to go in Dublin. Ireland 33, Scotland 21. Two more matches to come later on this afternoon. At the Riverside, it finished Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 1. Middlesbrough took the lead in the second half. The substitute came off the bench to give Middlesbrough the lead. That was Leo Castledine. In stoppage time, Bristol City, with all their injuries, scored a late equaliser. Adam Randall with the header. So it finished Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 1. Let's get the post-match thoughts of Gerhard Struber chatting to Ed.
Well, good. I can only imagine you enjoyed that a lot more than some of the recent games.
Yeah, I think it's a big point. We know on which level is Middlesbrough at the moment, and I think this is a very disciplined this was a very disciplined performance with a really good organisation. With the boys were so committed with the match plan, and I could feel how the frustrations grow in the stadium when they don't realize, especially in the first half, not the chances what they want, and we was compact. We wait for our moments, and today, with a little bit a new setting, with a new backline, was it important to jump a little bit in a different behaviour.
Yeah. And I think most people, certainly fans, will completely understand that. But even before the equaliser, it just looked more like a Bristol City performance in terms of the defensive resilience, the quality when you had the opportunity to try and get forward.
Yeah, I think of course in the end when we are 1-0 behind, then we go of course a little bit more risky moments, and we give Knighty in his position where he is normal, and bring Tommy Horvath and play in a back four with Diamond and two strikers, and this of course gives us much more stress on the back line from them, and this creates the one or other corner, the one or other chance. In the end, well deserved, with especially about the effort, about the discipline, and in the end of course also the one or other luck you need against Middlesbrough away, and you need, next to luck, you need of course also our goalkeeper, Mr. Radek.
Yeah, well, he was up for the corner at the end, but at the other end he's produced another 2 or 3, well, I was going to say top quality saves, but it's what you come to expect, isn't it? Yeah,
I think this is Radek, and I think when you defend on this level, then you need of course also sometimes the goalkeeper on a really good level, and he showed us today his skills again, how important he is for us to pick up points.
I'm not sure I saw an Adam Randall sort of thumping header like that winning a point for you, and that was quite some finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great finish. I think I have the feeling he jumped in a trampoline, so high he was. also Radek was in both boxes strong. Also in this moment, I don't saw the goal back, but I have the feeling he blocked the one or other player, and Adam has the chance to come with dynamic in this ball, but also Tommy Horvath's delivery was outstanding. So really happy with the point, big point, and now we move on. Yeah.
And a nice moment at the end, isn't it? Because it's there in front of the away fans, and after what has been a difficult couple of weeks with results, to try and put that to bed I think it was nice for everybody.
Yeah, I think it's a release also that when you have results like that, what we realized in the last few weeks, then it's important that you jump back with a performance, that you can take something, but of course also with a point, and the point here maybe has more value right now, like a win, and this is like some wins in the league. So this is something what gives us a big push and a big belief, and now I think really good preparation of the next home game, and then a little bit of break give us a little bit relaxing time.
Well, it'd be nice to actually have a little bit of a break, and when you're asking players to play in positions that they're not used to, I guess the captain leading by example today, and in a position I don't think he's played in before, didn't look out of place.
Yeah, but I think in special moments you have to be special, creative, and of course I think I spoke with Jason in front of this game about it, how he think, and in all ways I think we create here a good feeling together, and this was not only my decision, this was a decision together with my captain, and it makes sense in the end. I think also how he organized the backline. I can feel so often how he speak and give the boys next to him a better feeling. I think this was helpful, and he was also a main key today that we bring a point home.
Yeah, and something to build on now going into, like you say, one more game and then a bit of a break, but to end a difficult couple of weeks.
Yeah, of course I think it's a special situation. Also the last couple of weeks, and now we have to move on and bring, of course, and this is my wish, the one or other player hopefully back for the next game, that the one or other player plays in this position where he can bring, of course, the best performance, and today was special, but I don't like this too often.
No, fair enough. And just finally, I think the effort, the resilience, everything that you sort of seen there today, it kind of underlines a little bit what you said in your article in terms of investment taking you to a level where you can come and compete with Middlesbrough on a more regular basis.
I think in all levels it's important. I think we have big goals. The owner has big goals with the club. We have big goals with the club, and I think in all levels we have to think how we can invest. And this is not always financial wise thinking. This is also how we can make everything better in every department, how we can grow, that we have in the end the best outcome, what is possible, and I think in this direction it's important. Of course we need when you compare us with other clubs, then you can see, of course, big outstanding investments, and I would say here I would like, and this is always from a head coach, a big wish, and this is, I would say, a naturally behavior from a head coach. I wish, of course, always best investments and best chances with my team, and in the end best players. So this is I am not alone in this direction, but on the same time I'm in a really good exchange with my owner, and I hopefully he's in this direction, the same opinion like me.
Well done today.
Gerhard Struber talking to Ed. Yeah, join me for Sound of the City on Monday. We'll reflect on that interview Gerhard Struber did with the BBC Sport website and app, and I'll talk all things Bristol City as well. 2 half-times in the Premier League. Burnley against Bournemouth. Rob Schofield.
Half-time here, and it's goalless. Home side far the brighter. Their best chance of the game just before the break. Jayden Anthony smashing a volley from a corner off the crossbar. Foster and Humphreys have also come close. Bournemouth well below par. It's a decent watch, but it's goalless at half-time.
Sunderland Brighton, Chris Coles.
Minutes 0-0. Brighton the better early on. Hinchelwood with a couple of chances, but Sunderland ended the half the stronger here. Trude's shot parried wide by Verbruggen for a 0-0. It's been pretty good. Sunderland 0, Brighton 0.
Full-time whistles just gone in Dublin. Ireland 43, Scotland 21. So all over in Dublin. Ireland have won the Triple Crown. It's now all eyes on Paris later when France play England. 95.5 FM. It's Boston 1, Yeovil 1. The second half with your commentary team on BBC Radio Somerset 95.5 FM. Ollie Marsh and Josh Perkins.
Thank you, Richard. Welcome back to the Boston Community Stadium, and it must be noted that away to our left-hand side, the Yeovil substitutes are warming up, doing like kind of pass and move drill in their a square formation. Looks like Miller, Matthews, Lewis is still within that four, so it doesn't look like he's going to be used at the start of the second half. Ollie Marsh.
No, it doesn't. I was having a little nose at him during the pre-match warm-ups actually, as they were doing the shooting drills, and good to see him hitting the back of the net more often than not. He's quite a nonchalant finisher.
I like that.
Calmness in front of goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Signed yesterday, of course, on loan from Burton Albion until the end of the season. He has featured for Hemel Hempstead, though, throughout the course of this season in National League South. 27 appearances, 12 goals. So, yeah, making the step up to Yeovil Town. I imagine we'll see maybe half an hour of him at the most. All depends. He's game ready because he's been playing for Hemel. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. Although I can only see 4 substitutes out for Yeovil Town. Whether there's you don't expect changes, do you? I don't know. Do you?
No, I think Billy Riley would have been perfectly happy with how the first half went. I know there was probably a bit of a maybe 15-minute patch in when the equaliser came, where Boston was starting to show those glimpses of how dangerous they can be going forward. But apart from that, I think it's been a fairly comfortable half for Yeovil in terms of being able to keep hold of the ball and looking dangerous themselves going forward.
Yeah, both teams doing the same kind of warm-up with the Boston substitutes right in front of us, and it's a point that Ben Barrett actually mentioned from Glover's Cast and obviously here at BBC Radio Somerset from time to time, that we did Carlisle earlier in the season, and Carlisle seemingly had a really regimented half-time substitute training almost. It looked like a bit of a training game, and I'm interested that teams don't do that more. It's seeming like both Boston and Yeovil just kind of passing it around in their own half.
I've heard Ben talking about this. Yeah, he made a big point of it, didn't he? Yeah, I think ideally you do that. I don't even know if Yeovil have the sort of coaching staff, the hands to be able to do it. You look at Boston were kicking the ball about with a coach, but for Yeovil it was just the 4 substitutes, wasn't it, kicking the ball amongst themselves. So
yeah, it's funny, we also made that point that Carlisle also had like 14 members of staff that were able to deal with just the half-time break. So both teams are back out onto the pitch though. Yeah,
how Billy Riley would love to have a coaching staff like that, I'm sure. I think that one thing you can say though is that Yeovil have had a bit of a rarity this week, which is a full week to be able to work on things on the training pitch, and it's something that they're not going to have the luxury of for about a month or so now, isn't it, as we go into the Saturday-Tuesday games.
I'm going to do it. It's the business end of the season. It's been like that for a while. I can't believe we've only got seven National League games to go. It's crazy.
I think it's certainly a time when you want your players to stand up and be counted and finish the season strong. Of course, there's the added element of we're all expecting a bit of a turnover in playing staff in the summer. So, there'll be players out there who are hopefully playing for their Yeovil Town futures and hopefully playing for to put themselves in the shop window to be a part of things next season.
And Yeovil Town will kick us off at the start of this second half. Shooting from right to left in this second 45. Must be said, the tunes are absolutely blaring at the Boston Community Stadium. The playlist has been great. We've had Lenny Kravitz at half-time. It's been ideal.
Yeah, it's been really good, hasn't it? Yeah. One of the better ones I think I've experienced this season.
Yeah, absolutely. So the referee just checking that both keepers are happy and ready and raring to go. As we start things here for the second half, as I say, Yeovil kicking us off for the second 45. Jed Ward arcs the ball high into the air. There's a bit of a push on the goal scorer Jake Rooney, and he goes down, wins Boston a free kick halfway inside his own half. 1-1 is the score if you're just joining us. Aaron Jarvis getting the goal on 18 minutes, and Boston United equalising 5 minutes later with Jake Rooney. A good ball in from Frankie Maguire on this near left-hand side as it was, and Nice header down from Rooney to get his 3rd goal of the season. So the points are shared so far. Ball down the line over the top that just goes through pretty much everybody, including Jed Ward, but wide of his goal, so goal kick to Yeovil.
As you say, no half-time subs, but I wonder if it will take too long before Billy turns to the bench and makes some changes. He does tend to be a manager who's more proactive than reactive with his substitutions.
Yeah, substitutions have definitely worked as well in the games that he has been in charge of Yeovil Town this season. Brett McGavin tries to kind of chip a ball forward. It comes off of a Boston player, so will be a Yeovil throw almost at the halfway line, shooting on this near side, the left. Jake Wannell will pick the ball up and run forward, throw it in towards the head of Jarvis. He heads it across to Works, and who can't quite get to it. It's picked up by Richards. Ball is now with Carson, who arcs a ball over the top, and Kersons is able to just beat McKenna into the boxes. Kersons fires it back towards Abbo. He's going to drop the shoulder. He goes ahead towards the goal line. Wants to drag the ball across the face of goal. It won't manage it, and runs it out of play. So Yeovil goal kick.
Well, he's quick, isn't he, Curzons? He looked like he was going to be second best in that foot race with McKenna, but ended up beating him to the ball. That's something that Yeovil Town are going to have to monitor.
So this goal kick to be taken by Jake Wannell. Seemingly that, he'll pass to Jed Ward, and both centre-backs can then get up the pitch a little bit more. That's the goalkeeper tactic. Headed down by Jarvis towards Works, and a ball, a kind of banana ball that arced over towards, I was going to say towards Jarvis. It didn't really arc towards anyone. Whittle had released the ball and no one had made the run.
Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? It's a cheap way to give away possession, and Boston now have the opportunity to come forward again.
47 and a half gone. Boston 1, Yeovil 1. Ball over the top. Is Abbo onside? He can't be. Surely. He gets the ball. No, flag stays down. Low ball in towards the front post, and saved by Jed Ward at his front post. It looked like Ken Abbo was miles offside, but seemingly not, and Yeovil get the possession back.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was expecting the flag to be raised, but must have timed his run just right, and there was a little bit of danger there for Yeovil Town to deal with, and it was almost a little bit fortuitous. Jed Ward didn't really have to do anything to make that save. It kind of just dropped at his feet.
Yeah, perfect timing on the run from Abbo, and Yeovil lucky to not go a goal down there.
I think that is something that Boston are good at, more often with Curzons than anyone else, is getting in behind the back line, and you can see a few times they've tried to go for that ball over the top to catch out the Yeovil defence.
3.5 minutes into the second half. Boston 1, Yeovil 1. Ball over the top that Jake Wannell will see all the way, and Jed Ward comes and claims just outside of his own 6-yard box, drops the ball and lays it off to Mafiko, who comes short. Wants the ball over the top. Will go there, but no one's there to pick the ball up. Works, tries to get the ball from a pass. Can't do so though. Still in possession with Boston. Ball down the channel, over the top towards Barrington. He's not quick enough, and it will roll again for a Yeovil goal kick.
It does feel like a bit more intensity in this second half, doesn't it, from Boston United? They've come up and tried to hit the ground running.
So Jake Wannell's going to pass this across to Jed Ward and restart things here for Yeovil Town. Takes his time, fires a ball out towards Jarvis. There's no push in the back there. Jarvis complains as well, and Boston take the free kick short and quickly.
Again there with Jed Ward kicking it long. It's probably not what Yeovil Town want to do, but that's just the pressure that they're being put under at the moment in the press, and being forced into making some errors in terms of giving away possession.
Picked up by Maguire. Forward to Barrington. He's got loads of room inside the box. Low shot saved by Jed Ward and away by Alex Whittle. Goodness me, what a chance for Boston United. They're still in possession with Richards. Barrington had so much room in the central area, 18 yards out. Was just able to waltz into the box uncontested. And again, Yeovil lucky to not be a goal down. Maguire tries to run the channel. Picked out by Terrell Work. Still in possession though of Boston. Teal, Barrington, ball in off the left foot towards the back post. Kenabo spins to try and win it, but can't do so. Goal kick.
Yeah, it was a bit of a heart-in-mouth moment with that Barrington chance there, wasn't it? I think it's a fantastic ball through to him, and to be fair, the first touch is excellent. It takes probably 2 or 3 Yeovil Town defenders completely out of the game, and thankfully Jed Ward was alert to be able to make the save, and not only that, but following up and jumping on the ball afterwards to stop anyone else from getting it.
Yeah, you say Barrington's first touch was great. The shot actually wasn't it. I think he probably wanted a bit more power on it than he got.
Yeah, I don't think it's the most difficult save that Jed Ward's going to make, but still, you've got to be alert in those moments and got to stand up and make the move at the right time.
Yeah, it's a shot on target for Boston United in this second half. Yeovil, I don't want to say lucky to not be a goal down, but Jed Ward has had to make a couple of saves.
Yeah, so what are we, 6 minutes into the second half, and a lot of the play has been in the final third for Boston.
The attack down again on this near right-hand side. Barrington, ball into the box towards Abbo, headed away by Ferguson, only as far as Gallagher, heads it across to Carson, floats a ball into the box as well, and Jed Ward's able to come and claim that time. Rolls out to Ferguson. Sims, now on the far side, the right. Keeps the ball back to Ferguson. Mafiko. Sims has had a lot to do there, really, to keep the ball in play. Does do so, though. Back to Mafiko. Ward, edge of his area. Stops the ball with his right foot. Plays it across to Wannell and Whittle now. Ball over the top towards Jarvis. He's not there. Whittle wins the ball back. Heads it down to McGavin. Works Jarvis and then McGavin, who goes down off a bit of a push there from Gallagher, but the referee will wave play on as McGavin stays down, just holding his ankle at the moment. Sims infield to Mafiko. Gavin gingerly back to his feet. Ball across to Wannell. Forward to Works, just in front of the halfway line. Yeah, looks like McGavin's back up to full strength. It's difficult, isn't it, when that hits, a boot hits your Achilles and you've got to stay down for a bit.
Yeah, he's still holding it, isn't he? It's a bit of a painful one, but hopefully he's able to just jog it off.
Thank you to everyone who contributed to the
So throw into Yeovil Town on the far side. Played 8 minutes of the second half, and it remains Boston United 1, Yeovil Town 1 on BBC Radio Somerset. Ollie Marsh alongside myself for this one, head of social media at Fulham and Yeovil Town fan. It's good stuff that Fulham are playing tomorrow, I suppose. Means you're here.
Yeah, absolutely. Always works out nicely when the fixture list is kind.
So, Jones across to Wannell. Poked forward to Works. He's got pace on him. Gets the better of Barrington. Left side. Plays it infield towards Jones. Unable to complete the pass, though. McKenna jostling there with Tom Kersons. Yeovil allowed to play on. 1-0 to Ferguson, out wide to Sims. Ball forward and Jarvis is offside. Nice idea. Yeah, Jarvis claps the effort there from Sims to play the number 9 in, but free kick to Boston United.
I don't think we've really seen Terrell Works in full flow today, have we? That was an opportunity for him to drive forward and unfortunately wasn't able to get the pass right as he was looking to get a 1-2 going.
Yeah, wasn't in the squad against Scunthorpe, wasn't in the squad against Southport either, dealing with a bit of flu recently, but is back in the team and was one of the 3 changes that Billy Rowley had made. Yeovil Town back in possession. Jarvis pokes it round the corner towards Whittle, who can't get on it. Good work there from Teal. Ball infield to Kersons and backwards towards the halfway line with Gallagher, and Carson loses out. Jones tackles well. Sims runs forward. Has Carson to deal with, though. He's backtracked really well, actually, for Boston United. Sims now with Mafiko. McGavin, who's dealing better on that right foot. The right Achilles of McGavin that was hurt a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I saw him give a little thumbs up to the bench, so he's fine.
He's all right. Whittle strokes his hair back as he runs forward with his left hand, but plays a pass, manages to Wannell, and then he goes forward to Works, and Works loses out. Bit of a coming together there between Terrell Works and Usheen Gallagher. but both are fairly cordial for now.
He's really not getting much joy at all, is he, Works?
No.
I wonder if maybe another 5 minutes or so we might see the front line freshened up a little bit. Maybe Daly or Perrott come on to just switch things up a little bit.
Maybe Miller, Matthews, Lewis.
Maybe.
We will see. Yeah, Terrell Works, his 7th appearance this season. 2 goals, managed to, I thought he was a real shining light against Boreham Wood, but as you say, Ollie, he's not really had the service as of late. Oh, and Jones just trying to prey off the loose ball there, but Jamie Grimes misfoots the Yeovil number 10. And they're still in possession now with Richards outside of the centre circle. Inside their own half, though. 11 minutes played of the second half. And it remains Boston 1, Yeovil 1. Teal, infield to Gallagher. Captain Grimes. There is obviously a Captain Grimes within Somerset, who's Nick Grimes at Taunton, but this is Boston. Ball forward towards Carson, who's onside, goes round Jed Ward, and what a clearance, a block there from Kyle Ferguson. Not quite off the goal line, but it was definitely directed at goal. Jed Ward saves.
Absolutely fantastic from Kyle Ferguson. It looked for all the world like Curzons was just going to stroke that into the back of the net, didn't it? But yeah, really good awareness to be able to follow the ball and be able to slide in, get it right, get the clearance in.
McGavin gets pushed down again and will win Yeovil Town a free kick. Weren't able to play on from the advantage, and into the book actually goes, is that Sheen Gallagher? Yeah, seemingly one too many there from the Irishman. And he's the first booking of the afternoon. I think fair so as well, because he's had a couple of chances, Gallagher, to go into the book, and is still having a chat with the referee.
Yeah, he's having a bit of a grumble about it, but I don't think he can have too many complaints. I think just
so.
on that chance there with Curzons, it just shows how dangerous he can be when he gets in behind the defence. And yeah, as I say, it's a man in form, isn't it? Looking to take it around the goalkeeper.
There is a change for Yeovil Town. Looks to be James Daly that comes on in place of. So the red says number 30. Yeovil Town don't have a number 30. Do they mean Terrell Works?
Yeah, we've got a 38, but not a 30. maybe the board only goes up to 30.
Who knows? Put some coins in the meter. You'll be all right.
It is Terrell Works.
Okay, Terrell Works comes off. Although the board showed 30, he's actually number 38. James Daly on in his place. We got there eventually. People, we knew what we meant. It's fine. So that is the only change for Yeovil Town. Their first of the afternoon.
I don't think it's a surprising one, isn't it? It hasn't really happened for Terrell Works today, and I was a little bit surprised that Daly wasn't in the starting 11, to be honest, just based on his form in recent. I guess it's just a case of managing his minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Jake Wannell then gets the ball, gets play back underway towards Jarvis, who can't quite control it. Ken Abbo in a battle there with Sims, but McGavin on the ball. Yeah, James Daly in a bit of a purple patch, I suppose, if you want to say. Got a goal against Southport in the exit in the FA Trophy. 4 goals to his name this season, all seemingly within the last month or so.
Yeah, good to see him immediately looking to get involved, get on the ball. Just need to inject a bit of energy, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like are they playing in the front 2 of Jarvis and Daly, or is that just out of possession? No. Sorry, it looks like Daly is that left side of the left-sided 10. So yeah, straight in position for Terrell Works, who's just gone off. So Boston United on the ball in their defence at the moment. Teal puts both arms up on this near side, wants the ball, but isn't seen by Captain Grimes. Teal gets the ball. Hocks the ball forward down the line on this near side, controlled by Wannell. Looks to wrong foot Frankie Maguire. Gets it as close to this touchline as he can get it before firing it away. Jake Wannell again with another clearance, and Daly wants to get his body in front of the ball. Does do so, and Sheen Gallagher goes spinning out almost over the advertising hoardings on this near side, but back in play. They both thank each other.
Just trying to work out which Yeovil Town player is getting stripped off and ready to come on. I think it might be FCD, actually.
Yeah, it does look like it. another member of the Alice Band Collective. You wonder who he's going to come on for. McGavin slid in there but couldn't win anything. Actually, it's probably FCD for McGavin, considering the way he's been holding his ankle in recent time. Not 100%.
Yeah, haven't seen him at full speed for the past 5 or so minutes, have we?
Grimes forward to Richards, out wide to Carson. Back now with Grimes, easily to spot with the bright red captain's armband on Jamie Grimes. He patrols forward towards the centre circle, plays it across. Teal just about keeps it in on this near side. Good first touch from him. Barrington. Rooney, the goal scorer for Boston United. 16.5 minutes gone of the second half. Boston 1, Yeovil 1. Picked off there by Sims, and Yeovil can mount a bit of an attack here. Jones down the line to Sims on the far side. He's got runners in behind as well. Tries to put a ball into the area, can't do so. Well blocked by Abbo towards the corner flag, and Abbo wins out. Is he able to wrong foot Sims there? Does it come off of it? No, I thought it came off of Abbo there. It doesn't. Comes off of Sims, and it's a Boston goal kick. We will see FCD. Come on. Is it for McGavin? No, it's for Ryan Jones. I thought he's been a real stander. Him and Sims. I know we mentioned the first half, but Jones and Sims, as you said, Ollie, have been a real double act in this opening
I was just about to say, actually, I think Josh Sims did well there to keep battling and keep trying to keep that move alive, but I think largely Boston will have been happy with how they've been able to deal with Jones and Sims in this second half, just given how much joy we were getting down the right in the first.
So the midfield four now is Alex Whittle, Finn Cousin-Dawson, Brett McGavin and Dakari Mafiko, or if you want to call it, a back five of the two wing backs. And now Dakari Mafiko is the right wing back in this situation. Boston come forward with the yellow carded McGallagher. Great ball forward towards Maguire. Takes a shot towards the near post, and Jed Ward again forced into another save. It's a Boston corner on this near side.
Yeah, I think again a sign of confidence to take the strike on from that angle. It's going to take something special to beat Jed Ward from that kind of area, but still needed to make sure it was palmed away. It was on target, so needed to stand strong, stand tall, and bat it away.
Yeah, it could have slipped in at the front post. Good shot from Frankie Maguire. Strong save. Looking for his 6th goal of the season. But Boston have a corner. Looks to be taken by Carson. They've got Barrington that's come short. James Daly is also the short man. I meant in terms of the corner and not in height. Although he's not much taller than I am, so, and I'm quite short, I like to think anyway. The corner amounts to nothing, by the way. Goal kick.
Yeah, it was a poor delivery, wasn't it? From gladly from a Yeovil Town perspective, just floated over everyone's heads.
Yeah, I would have been a bit more animated about that set piece had it gone well for Boston United, but thankfully for Yeovil Town it didn't. And are they going to restart the goal kick here?
Yeah, it looks like it. Not entirely sure what was wrong with the first one, but another opportunity for us to play out from the back.
And that's
something we've done very well there.
No, it's not, because Abbo has got the ball in possession for Boston off the pass from Jed Ward, and that's a poor pass from Abbo. Goodness me. Poor play all over the park. This might be a bit of a improved play from James Daly. It's a good challenge there, good sliding tackle there from Connor Teal on James Daly. He was trying to run forward on this near side, the left. Throw into Yeovil Town right on the halfway line, and we've almost played 20 minutes of the second half, and it's Boston 1, Yeovil 1.
It's been a bit more bitty for Yeovil Town in the second half, hasn't it? We haven't seen many of those flowing passing moves like we saw on occasion in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Cousin-Dawson arcs a ball over towards Jarvis, who does well to hold the ball up actually on this near side. You can see Jake Rooney down on the turf for the moment. Yeovil Town in possession. They're in the box with James Daly, and they've done well to get back and help out Boston United. Jake Rooney then again falls to his backside, so he's dealing with a real he's in real discomfort with that right ankle. and is lying on his back for the moment. You'd imagine that that's the Boston goal scorer's race run. With the way that he's gone down. Oh no, he is back to his feet, hobbling away. I didn't quite see what had happened because it was off the ball.
Yeah, maybe a bit similar to the McGavin one. He just took a little nick, a little bit painful, but one that he is able to run off.
Okay, and we're going to get back underway. 1,964 the attendance at the Boston Community Stadium this afternoon. Thrown in by the home team, off the head of Daly, not towards Jarvis though, but towards the keeper Dan Cameron.
They said 80 Yeovil fans, was it? Did I hear?
Fair play.
Not a bad number for the distance travelled.
Not at all. What's that? 4.5? 9-hour round trip. That's a great ball forward, and I think Curzons is onside. Can he get better at Jed Ward? No, he can't. Jed Ward saves, and again for the second time, he's still in absolutely no man's land. Curzon gets round Jed Ward, lays it across goal, and they can't turn it in. It's well defended in the end from Brett McGavin. Just sticks a leg out, gets the better of Ken Abbo. Boston have a corner on the far side. Jed Ward did well to get down, save the first one from Curzon, sort of pat it away, but then still chased him. Curzon's got round him, fired a ball across goal, and goodness me, how are Yeovil not down by a goal?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how Curzons hasn't scored there, to be honest. I mean, absolutely fair play to Jed Ward. As you say, he got down a number of times, and I was thinking, any chance of some help here? He's
Ball floated in from the corner. Gallagher off the head of Wannell, and Sims can just about, we'll get the free kick as well, just on the edge of the area.
Yeah, just needed a Yeovil Town defender to step in and try and scoop the ball away, but it was a little bit like, Curzons gets as many opportunities as he wants to try and take it round Jed Ward.
And it must be said as well, the tracking back of Yeovil players, so Brett McGavin able to literally throw a leg out there and not allow Abbo to get the last touch towards goal.
I think Jake Wannell and McKenna are just questioning to the linesman why the flag wasn't raised there. They're adamant that they were holding the line well enough to catch Curzons offside, but it's not the first time, is it, where Boston player has looked offside but managed to hold their run just right and create a dangerous opportunity.
All over the top towards Whittle. Back, there's a fizzed ball towards the goal of Dan Cameron. He's able to reset himself and get the ball away. Must be said, it's right down below us. I can hear McKenna screaming "Who?" at the linesman on this near side, as if to say, well, which one of us, which one of us wasn't back far enough to allow Curzons to be onside. And I heard McKenna scream, "You're just guessing," which was quite comical. Obviously not for him, because it looked like Curzons was miles offside.
Yeah, it's not the first time it's happened, has it? But again, it's just the Boston tactic of trying to get their players the wrong side of the defence, because they know that, Curzons has missed a couple today, which is unlike him, but they know that if they can keep giving him glimpses of goals, then one of them's bound to go.
Sims bowls over the top of an outstretched leg there of Maguire, so Yeovil free kick. It must be said as well, though, the defending of Yeovil in those kind of last-ditch moments, I know it's last-ditch, but they've been there. They have been there to help out the likes of Ferguson, McGavin, able to track back and keep Tom Curzons and Boston United out.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think particularly the Ferguson clearance was really impressive, wasn't it? Because that's a good sign of, even though the players managed to get round the goalkeeper, it's not giving up, it's staying alert, and as you say, last ditch is definitely the word to describe it, isn't it?
We've played 25 minutes of the second half, so about 20 to go here at the Boston Community Stadium. Boston 1, Yeovil 1, although Yeovil are losing this second half. Boston have had all the chances, and I'm surprised that they're not up by one or two goals at least.
Yeah, I did wonder or maybe hope that the introduction of FCD sort of comes on and maybe shores things up a little bit, just sort of protects the defence, but
poked forward across the face of goal there, and it's a ball across from I think Carson, but no one in a yellow shirt there. Jed Ward, it was kind of too close to the keeper really. He'd picked it up at his near post. Yeah, as you say, Finn Cousin-Dawson's not really had that that impact, the spark for Yeovil Town to kick on. I think they've lost. They took off Ryan Jones, and him and Sims were working well on this near side in the first half. I just think they've obviously lost that a little bit.
Yeah, and James Daly, since he's come on, he hasn't really had the opportunity to get involved, has he?
Absolutely.
Most of the play has been happening behind him.
Cousin Dawson fires the ball towards Jarvis, who wants to go out wide on this near side to Whittle, but it's obviously the wrong option. It gets deflected and backwards towards the Boston goalkeeper, who incidentally hasn't had a clean sheet in this. Well, to be fair, it's only his third appearance this season. Dan Cameron, called up in March, rather at the start of this month. So was really only had half a month to get up to speed. It was noted that when Paul Hurst became manager of Boston United, he'd signed a goalkeeper, but then that goalkeeper got injured, and Dan Cameron, the goalkeeper in between the sticks this afternoon, had been brought in. So only for the first number of games this month has he been a fixture, really.
Yeah, he hasn't really put a foot wrong today, but I'm just trying to think. I think the Aaron Jarvis goal is probably the only shot on target that we've had in this game, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah. Actually, I'm trying to think of another. So what you're saying, Ollie, is if Yeovil just start taking shots from 25 yards out, we should be fine.
Well, it certainly worked for Jarvis in the first half, didn't it?
It did indeed. Barrington able to cut in field, but get past one and not the other. Daly now hugging the touchline on this near side, loses the ball. There's about 3 Boston players around him. Nice idea, great ball towards Canabo, and it's a goal. What a ball from Frankie Maguire. He's set up 2 now in this game. Seemingly looks up and is the only one that can spot Canabo at the back post. He takes a touch, puts it round Jed Ward, and Boston United, 27.5 minutes gone of the second half, a 2-1 up here.
Well, it's another one, isn't it, where you go, surely he's offside there, because he's a good 2 yards in front of the defence, but just times the run so well. And the Yeovil Town defenders, they've shown their anger towards the linesman on a couple of occasions for the flag not going up, but I think it's just anger towards each other on that one.
Yeah, Canabo was completely unmarked at the back post. They've given the goal to Jordi Huula, the ex-Yeovil player. I didn't actually see him come on for Boston United, but he's the one on that far side that was completely unmarked, and it has to be the ex-Yeovil player that gets the goal here, Jordi Huula.
Just to compound matters, I can see Carl Ferguson's on the floor there. The physio's having to come on to attend to something.
Huula's 5th goal of the season, and it has to be said, all of that was set up by Frankie Maguire on this near side. He did literally the same ball, maybe just a bit higher for the first goal that Boston scored to equalise things in the first half. He has been so good for the home team this afternoon.
Yeah, you look at the amount of assists that he's managed to rack up in recent weeks as well. As much as Curzons has been an excellent goal scoring form, I think Maguire's, that's probably his 8th assist during this little run of form that Boston have been on. So yeah, not surprising to see the 2 goals created by him today.
Yeah, my apologies for calling that Canabo had scored. It was actually Jordi Huula. As I said, I didn't see him come on. I must have been focusing on Yeovil substitutions way too much.
Yeah, I don't think it was announced, was it? I don't know if he came on at half-time, maybe. I mean, there was enough confusion over the first Yeovil substitution with the board showing the wrong number.
Yeah, number 16 for Huula, 34th appearance this afternoon. 73 minutes the goal time. Yeovil have 17 and change to get a goal back. They find themselves a goal down for the first time in this game. Yeah, it's all about, how's your mental, Yeovil Town players, because you've got to get yourselves back into this game. Boston have the ball in their possession with Carson, and now the goal scorer Huula. As I say, back in 2014 was when Huula played for Yeovil Town. Couple of appearances, couple of goals as well in that season. more of an experienced player now at 31 years of age.
I think he's never really found consistent goal-scoring form throughout his career, has he? I know a couple of good seasons he had at Coventry, but he's never really been one to be amongst the goals. More of a sort of striker who stays back and makes space for others.
The complaints from the home crowd you may have heard there was for a foul on Finn Cousin-Dawson that Yeovil were awarded, and he went down again fairly gingerly. So yeah, we're looking at knocks for McGavin, Cousin-Dawson and Ferguson. One who tries to fire a ball out on this near side. It's blocked by Luca Barrington, and Yeovil Town win a throw-in right down below us in the commentary position here, just right of centre at the Boston Community Stadium.
Well, I didn't really feel like Wonwell was under too much pressure, did he? But almost a little bit too lackadaisical. Gave Barrington the opportunity to close him down and make the block.
James Daly attempting to win the ball back, can't do so. Poked forward by Richards over the top towards Curzons, and McKenna's in there to slide and get the ball back for Yeovil Town. Got just under 15 minutes to go here. Boston 2, Yeovil 1. If you are just joining us or rejoining us here on BBC Radio Somerset, Yeovil have a bit to do now. A goal down towards Daly, and it's the right idea, but it's going to be a goal kick. It came off of Daly off the throw, and it just kind of ran out towards the goal line. So we will see a double substitution. One of them is Troy Perrott for Kyle Ferguson, so definitely not a like-for-like substitution there. Looks like Finn Cousin-Dawson's going to slot in where Kyle Ferguson was, and Troy Perrott will come on. Looks like Alex Whittle's number is up, and it's the new signing, the new loan signing from Burton Albion until the end of the season. Miller Matthews-Lewis will go up top alongside Aaron Jarvis.
Yeah, it's exciting to see the new boy get some minutes, and he's got an opportunity to come on and make an instant impact in his Yeovil Town career. You can see just from the goals that he scored for Hemel already this season, he's definitely a striker who knows where the back of the net is, knows how to find the net.
Goal kick taken by Cameron, arcs into the really clear, almost properly clear blue sky here in Boston, Lincolnshire. Couple of clouds over the Yeovil Town half, but over the Boston United half, like kind of where they're attacking, there's blue sky as far as the eye can see. Cold, mind, but cold up north, isn't it? I don't even know if you can call this up north. It's north of London, so that's what it's north of Fulham, so that's what I'm calling it.
Everywhere's north compared to Yeovil, isn't it?
Absolutely. 78.5 minutes gone. Boston 2, Yeovil 1. Boston have a free kick that they wanted to put towards the back post on this near side. Still Barrington barrowing down on goal to a ball over towards the back post, and down by Hewula. Wanted to release a shot on the edge of the area, couldn't do so. Yeah, they are finding joy with that, the ball into that corridor of uncertainty, really. Over by Cameron towards Barrington, but picked up by Ward in the Yeovil goal.
Well, we've got about 10 minutes left of this game, and if Yeovil do want to rescue something, they've got to get better at keeping possession and get up the right side of the pitch.
Forward they come. Daly plays a ball towards Perrott, but it looks like the ball had gone just shy of Troy Perrott, who was making the run, and Miller Matthews-Lewis was in a bit of an altercation, a battle there, and one of the Boston players has stayed down off of that challenge there with Miller Matthews-Lewis. Not too much of a challenge, just coming together, really. But he stayed down on his back.
Yeah, it has been a couple where Miller Matthews-Lewis has shown that he's willing to put himself into the challenges. There was one just on the edge of the box, wasn't there, where we were defending a delivery from the right, where he's put his body in the way to get the ball clear.
Yeah, that was off of what was a potential Jordi Hewula effort towards goal. And it's the goal scorer, Jake Rooney, that was down. He is back to his feet, though, for Boston. Goal scorer for the first goal, has to be said. Geordie Hawula getting the second goal on 73 minutes. So both teams that had made their way over to the dugouts here just to get some information and fluids onto the pitch, they're all back out ready to restart. Here it's going to be a drop ball for Boston United, and Jamie Grimes is going to be the first recipient of it. 36 minutes gone of the second half, so we are into the final 10, and it's Boston 2, Yeovil 1. Fired out towards Barrington on this near side, headed infield. 1-0 to Daly, over the top towards Matthews Lewis. Daly wins the header once again on the kind of recycle forward by Boston. McKenna in line with us here. In the middle of that Yeovil back three, it's Jake Wunnell, McKenna and Cousin Dawson who make up the back three for Yeovil. As Kyle Ferguson went off earlier in the game, maybe 5 minutes ago. McKenna forward to McGavin, just shy of the halfway line. Over the top for Sims to chase. Carson beats him to it, but Sims has the ball just by the corner flag. Nice Cruyff turn as well there from Sims, who gets the ball in the area, and away by Boston, only towards Mafika, but he can't find a green and white shirt on the pass, the first time pass. Hawula forward past the halfway line. He's got Maguire to his left. He'll use Curzons on his left. Sorry, Maguire was on the right. Curzons inside the area, left side. They want to fire a ball. Yeah, they do. Across to Teal, 25 yards out. Calls of shoot from the home fans. Maguire back to Richards. And Carson. God, they had runners in behind there, didn't they? And now Rooney. Teal. Daly need to be quicker there to win the ball. McKenna comes across to slide challenge on Maguire.
Yeah, good challenge there from McKenna.
Real agricultural challenge there. Maguire, but Jake Wunnell's right on his heels. That's off of a Yeovil Town. Yeah, it's off of James Daly, so it will be a throw into Boston United.
It's disappointing, wasn't it, that attack down the right with Josh Sims just a few moments ago that didn't really lead to anything, because it's fantastic work from him to spin his defender and able to get the ball in.
So Luca Barrington, who has been another highlight for Boston United this afternoon, goes off. And it is Marcel Lavinier, the other Yeovil Town, the ex-Yeovil Town player, featured for Yeovil last season. It was fairly short term, but both him and Geordie Hawula, the two ex-Yeovil players, are back onto the pitch for Boston United this afternoon.
Yeah, I think Lavinier's best performance at Hewish Park came earlier this season for Boston, didn't it? Rather than any games that he played for Yeovil.
Ball over the top towards Curzons. He's in the area left side. It's floated towards Lavinier, and Yeovil can't keep it out. Maguire takes a shot, and he's lucky that, Yeovil are lucky that it didn't have more power on it. He puts his shirt over his head. Maguire is not happy that he didn't get the contact that he wanted to, and it was gobbled up by Ward.
Yeah, he should have done a lot better with that, Maguire, and it's unfortunate for McKenna because he needs to cut that ball out to stop it falling to a Boston player behind him, but it's gone straight to Maguire, and it's a wasteful finish in the end.
We have just under 6 minutes of normal time at the end of this game. It's Boston 2, Yeovil 1. Oh, and McKenna does really well to step forward, but Lavinier runs forward on this near side, the right. Pressured by Jarvis and Daly, back to Teal. It's all Boston United, especially in these last 20 minutes or so. It's been, I'll be honest, in the last second half. In this second half, rather.
Yeah, Yeovil just haven't managed to get going, have they? And you think in the first half, Jarvis was managing to have an impact on the game, and he was able to hold the ball up and bring others into play. Compare that to this half, and he's hardly had a touch, has he? He just haven't been able to get the ball that far up the pitch.
Ward, 1-0, across to Daly, this near side, the left. Picks the ball up, runs in field, and Jarvis does well. It was a bit of a distraction run, and James Daly's running through. He's still going. James Daly, left foot, good save from Dan Cameron down low. uses his left foot outstretched. Still Yeovil Town on the ball. And it's a ball. Troy Perrott is. Oh, and yeah, Dan Cameron able to save on his goal line. Troy Perrott, the final one to release it. Goodness me, James Daly just kept running.
Yeah, by far Yeovil's most threatening moment of the second half, and James Daly didn't really have to do much to beat the players he was getting past. He just kind of breezed by them, just slalom through, and didn't do anything wrong with the finish. Hit it low and hard, and unfortunately just the keeper able to get it away.
Lavinia for Boston, near side the right, circles back, plays it to Gallagher. We're still on that yellow card, remember? I think it's the only card we've had in this game. As Jarvis will chase down Cameron, who fires the ball towards his opposite goalie, and Ward will claim that on the edge of his penalty area. Yeah, it seemed like Jarvis was just able to hold up the Boston United midfielder, and Daly was able to literally run past Jarvis and straight through.
Yeah, it shows how dangerous James Daly can be when we get him on the ball, though. He's that kind of direct runner. We've seen him do it a few times. There's a fantastic goal when he came off the bench at Boreham Wood a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It showed him at the peak of his powers.
Yeah, got that second goal to equalise for Yeovil Town in that game before they fell to a last-minute free kick against Boreham Wood. Ball forward by Daly to Mafiko on this near side the left. Stood up by 2 yellow shirts. There's now 3 as Lavinia comes back to do some defensive work. Wannell, McGavin back to Wannell, who's just pressured again by Frankie Maguire. Wannell pressured by Maguire as well, and Boston United win the throw-in because of it. Wannell not realising he had as little time as he did there, to be fair. We have 3 minutes to go of normal time at the end of this game. It remains Boston United 2, Yeovil Town 1. Can Yeovil Town steal a point at the end of this National League game? Ball forward by Rooney, down the line to Maguire. Fended off by McKenna, and it will be a corner kick to Boston United. Frankie Maguire has been an ever-present. I've been really, really impressed with Boston's number 10 this afternoon.
Yeah, he's been at the centre of pretty much everything. That
set up both goals, didn't he?
Exactly, yeah, and McKenna's actually done well to stick with him there and eventually see the ball out for a corner, but when you're chasing the game and you want the ball to be up the other end of the pitch, it's a bit more frustrating.
Yeah, they're going to take all the time in the world. Boston United take this corner kick. Any kind of set piece where they look to run down the clock, they will.
Yeovil still not leaving anybody forward.
Corner in towards the back post, away off the head of Wannell. Carson was the one that delivered the corner. Lavinia. Carson recycles the ball back in towards Grimes in the area, but away again by McGavin. Carson across to Maguire, who cuts infield. That's great work from Frankie Maguire. Still going, crowded out by Yeovil Town players, and McKenna heads back to Ward.
I just wonder, when you're 2-1 down in the game and the opposition have a corner, whether you could leave one of Daly or Jarvis up top. I mean, it was a great header away, wasn't it? But it's just gone straight back to Boston, and they were able to recycle it.
Daly back to Wannell, infield to McGavin. Got just under a minute of normal time to go. All eyes on the fourth official. At the end of this game, Boston 2, Yeovil 1 is the score. Perrott back to Cousin Dawson, infield to Mafiko, just shy of the halfway line, inside his own half, floats the ball out to Daly. He's going to be the out ball, really, and it's well defended by Connor Teal to push it out for a throw into Yeovil. Halfway inside the Boston United half. There is going to be a change as Tom Curzons, the dangerous that is his race is run, gets a clap from the home team, home fans here, and he will clap them as he comes off the pitch. It's going to be replaced by Linnell John Lewis, and Greg Sloggett will come on in place. Who was that? That's coming. Yeah, Frankie Maguire comes off for Greg Sloggett. So a double change for Boston United at the end of this game.
His replacement number 6, Greg Sloggett.
Sloggett, formerly of the West, formerly of Cheltenham Town. his 34th appearance this afternoon. Gets on the ball. Oh, can he keep it in? No, he can't on this near side. Connor Teal tried to keep it in, couldn't do so. Throw in taken by Yeovil Town fairly sharpishly as well. 1-0 across to Cousin Dawson. Does anyone seen the board there? I didn't quite see how many minutes had gone up for additional time.
6 minutes, I believe.
6.
I saw.
Well, we're halfway into the first minute. Yeah, 6 minutes of additional time. Boston 2, Yeovil 1. Parrott lays it off to Sims. Great running from him, far side ball into the area. Can they get it at the front post? No, defended well by Boston United. Couldn't turn it goalwards, Yeovil Town. Can they prey on this loose ball? And Lavinia can't get it from James Daly, but it will be a Boston United throw-in. Billy Rowley takes a look at the assistant on this near side. Unhappy with the work that Yeovil Town have done in this second half.
It was a great ball in there from Josh Sims, wasn't it? Low across the goal, and I think it was met by the new boy, Matthews Lewis. He is one of those strikers who's a bit of a right place, right time striker, so that's what we want to see. We want to see him popping up in those positions.
Cousin Dawson has got a lot of work to do to get past his defensive player there. Slogger will win the free kick because of it. Fired out wide on this near side to Daly. He's got a lot of work to do. Can he put the ball across? He can, but doesn't even reach the front post. It's almost at the corner flag when he made that ball forward. Lavinia gets it out of play, so throw in Yeovil, taken by Jarvis across to Cousin Dawson. We've played 2 of the additional 6 here at the Boston Community Stadium, and it remains Boston 2, Yeovil 1. McGavin arcs a ball out towards Sims. Really good first touch there from Josh Sims, far side the right. Rolls the ball backwards a little bit, hops back on his standing foot. Mafiko 1-2 with Sims. Triangle pass there with Parrott. Mafiko now to McGavin.
Frustrating that Yeovil weren't able to get the ball in the box there. They had numbers in the box.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the ball to come in.
Daly gets the ball in the box this time. It's controlled by Gallagher, and the keeper Cameron has had to come out onto his 6-yard line and gobble it up. Just doesn't look to drop at the moment for Yeovil in these final few minutes. There is still time. 3 of the additional 6 to play. Free kick to Yeovil. Mafiko went down. Going to take it quickly with Cousin Dawson. 1-0. McGavin steps out to find Cousin Dawson. 1-2 with him. McKenna towards the halfway line, just outside the centre circle is Joy McKenna. McGavin across to Cousin Dawson, who is just inside the Boston half. Ball over the top towards Parrott. Can he keep it in? He's in a battle there. Sims tries to help him out as well, can't do so, and away by Grimes towards the feet of Linnell John Lewis. Back with Hiwula. It has finished between Bromley and Bristol Rovers. Bromley have beaten Bristol Rovers in our other 3 o'clock commentary game this afternoon on Saturday Sport. Here it's Boston 2, Yeovil 1 in the final stages of this game. James Daly slides in and takes out Marcel Lavinia, who gets an applause from the home fans and his players, because Boston United are just going to look to make this academic from this point forward.
Feel for Daly a little bit. He's been battling away for every ball, and then when he does win it, he doesn't really ever seem to have anybody around him to help him out.
Rightly so. Frankie Maguire gets the Man of the Match award for this afternoon. He's assisted both goals. He's made both plays. He's hardly put a foot wrong. Not on the pitch at the moment because he was substituted. Got a minute and a half to go of the additional 6. Boston 2, Yeovil 1. Parrott tries to keep it down, can't do so. It finds Richards across to Teal on this near side. Lavinia, Gallagher, and now Rooney. Triangle pass there with Richards. Gallagher to Teal. Is one going to get the better of Linnell John Lewis? He does. Free kick. John Lewis was offside, so Yeovil will take the free kick quickly. 1-0 to Ward, and now McGavin. Last chance to loom. We're in the last minute. Otherwise, Yeovil come away from this game with nothing.
just haven't been able to build at all in the second half, have they? Particularly in the midfield, struggled to keep hold of the ball, struggled to play through the lines.
McGavin, Cousin Dawson, Sims. It's been a real light, played really well in this game. Nothing to show for it so far, and that's a deflected pass forward. Sims is going to continue to chase, and he almost finds his just rewards as well. Teal spirals that ball out on this near side. 1-0. It has to be now. They've got 10 seconds to go. 1-0 back to McKenna. Across to Cousin Dawson. They have to go forward. Steps his foot on the ball. The referee's got the whistle in his mouth. And that's full time. Yeovil Town come away with nothing. Jake Wunnell falls to his haunches. Joy McKenna's on his back. The Yeovil Town players are absolutely spent. It wasn't through a lack of trying. They just, as you say, Ollie, couldn't create anything in the second half.
Yeah, I agree. Plenty of endeavour, and I think the disappointing thing, not just to lose from a winning position, but I think the second half, after the first 45, where we looked far more in control and able to keep hold of the ball, and really we just weren't able to build at all in the second half.
Yeovil Town are on a 2-game losing streak because of this loss here at the Boston Community Stadium. It's Boston's win for the first time in 2 games. They get back to winning ways after a bit of a winning run of, I think, 8 before the last 2 games that they have had. But yeah, unfortunately, Yeovil travel back to South Somerset or Bristol with nothing. It finishes here in Boston. Boston United 2, Yeovil Town 1.
6, Falmouth 0. These are all latest scores, and it's Winchester 0, Larkhall Athletic 2.
Charlie Taylor at breakfast.
I want to talk to you about a weather phrase. I think it might be a northern phrase. What do you think of the phrase cracking the flags?
I've never heard that before in my life.
Charlie Taylor.
Cracking the flags, or I've been told by someone from Yorkshire this morning, it's cracking flags. Cracking flags, or something like that. Means it's going to be a really nice day.
My best friend is from Wigan. She introduced me to the word mithering, which is a northern phrase.
What does that mean?
So if you mither someone, you're like pestering them and bothering them. So you mither me at
I was just about to say the same to
5
you.
every morning.
Charlie Taylor at breakfast. Weekdays from 6. Just ask your smart speaker to play BBC Radio Somerset.
So we're all back together. You're listening to Saturday Sport on BBC Radio Bristol and BBC Radio Somerset. Bromley 1, Bristol Rovers 0 is a result. Rovers had Shaq Ford sent off in the second half. And Boston 2, Yeovil 1. Yeovil took the lead, Aaron Jarvis. Boston responding with goals either side of half-time. So it's finished Boston 2, Yeovil 1. We'll chat to Lee Brown shortly and Ollie Marsh up in Lincolnshire. Boston 2, Yeovil 1. Saturday Sport with you until 6 o'clock this evening. Earlier today it finished Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 1. Adam Randall with a late equaliser. Post-match reaction to come between now and 6 o'clock. Your thoughts welcome to 08000 855 949 is our phone number. You can text 81333. Start your message with the word Bristol or Somerset. And on social media you can drop me a tweet via at BBC Bristol Sport. Ireland have clinched the Triple Crown. They've beaten Scotland 43-21 in Dublin. Latest score, Wales 0, Italy 0. 8:10 this evening, France take on England. In the Premier League, some scores this afternoon. Burnley 0, Bournemouth 0. No goals this afternoon at Turf Moor. While Sunderland have just been beaten 1-0 by Brighton and Hove Albion at the Stadium of Light. 5:30 this evening, it's Arsenal against Everton and Chelsea against Newcastle. That's followed at 8 by West Ham United against Manchester City. Looking at some of our non-league games this afternoon, Bath City 2, Hornchurch 2, Scott Wilson and Jack Batten scoring for Bath City. When I last checked, there were 10 minutes of added time in that match, so they're still playing. It's 2-2, the latest score. Weston-super-Mare have just finished. It's 2-0 in their favour. So Weston 2, Hampton and Richmond 0. Louis Britton in the first half. Ollie Dewsbury, who scored the winner last Saturday, on target again. Weston 2, Hampton and Richmond 0 is a full-time score. In the Southern League this afternoon, Yate Town still playing against Plymouth Parkway. Plymouth 1. Yate 0 is the latest score. Taunton Town have been beaten, or they were losing 2-1 when we last checked. The full-time score hasn't gone just yet. Dylan Jones gave Taunton the lead, but Poole have since scored 2 goals. Poole 2, Taunton 1 is the latest score. Elliot Dugan scoring for Bristol Manor Farm this afternoon. They have a home match against Tavistock. They did trail. They have equalised. Still playing 1-1 is the latest score. Frome, all the goals in the first half, beating Bishop's Cleeve 4-0. Albie Hopkins, Archie Ferris, Sam Meeks and Sam Hill. Frome 4, Bishop's Cleeve 0 is a result, as is Portishead 7, Falmouth Town 0. And Winchester against Lark Hall. Couple of second half goals for Lark Hall, and they are leading by 2-0. Ryan Beckinsale and David Regula scoring for Lark Hall. You are listening to Saturday Sport, BBC Radio Bristol, BBC Radio Somerset together on this Saturday afternoon. We've been on air since 12 o'clock. 08000 855 949 is our phone number. You can text 81333. Start your message with the word Bristol or Somerset. On social media at BBC Bristol Sport.
Saturday Sport.
BBC Radio Bristol and BBC Radio Somerset.
Headlines on this Saturday afternoon. A point for Bristol City. Adam Randall scored an injury time equaliser. It finished Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 1.
Forward it goes once more, looking for the run of Hackney. Ayler's gone across to him. He's got it into the middle. Shot from Castledine. And there is the opening goal of the game. They get him down the far side, ball into the danger zone, and the substitute racing onto it, rattles it off the underside of the bar. Horvath out-swinging, left-footed corner kick. Vitex in the danger zone. It's just a bit too high. Yes! It's Adam Randall. He's thumped a header in at the near post. It just beat Vitek. And the scenes, the celebrations in front of those away fans. Well, he hasn't scored in ages, Adam Randall, but he's thundered that header in at the near post. What a finish. His 3rd goal of the season. His first since New Year's Day. And City's players and fans will believe they've deserved something from this game. They might get it now. It's Borough 1, City 1.
League 2 leaders Bromley have beaten Bristol Rovers 1-0. Will Hondermack with the goal in the first half. Shaq Ford, who was sent off against Bromley on Boxing Day, has been shown red again today after getting 2 yellow cards.
Slightly up against Clinton Mola. Hondermack makes the run. Hondermack into the box. It's a shot! And Hondermack scores! It's a shot at the near post. It almost goes straight through Brad Young. Finishes on the angle from 10 yards out. It's Bromley 1, Bristol Rovers 0. Cross Ajay into the box. He's lively. It's Ajay. I think he's caught here. Oh no. It's Shaq Ford. It's his 2nd yellow and he's off. It's happened again to Shaq Ford. It's just happening far too often for Shaq Ford. It's 2 yellows and Rovers' job just got a whole lot harder and they trail by a goal to 0.
Chatting to Lee Brown shortly. Defeat for Yeovil in the National League. Aaron Jarvis gave them the lead, but Boston responded. It's finished Boston 2, Yeovil 1.
A rich vein of form. He's on the ball now. He finds a low shot and Jarvis has scored! Goodness me! Oh, it's like we can read magic. Jarvis fires a ball low, maybe 25 yards out. Keeper Cameron can't get to it down low to his right-hand side, and Yeovil Town are 1-0 up. Going to be left-footed route swinger by Carson. It's a ball as well, it's down and goal. Boston United have equalised. As we say, it's a great position, swung in with real venom from this near left-hand side. It's Boston 1, Yeovil 1. Great ball from towards Canabo, and it's a goal. What a ball from Frankie Maguire. Seemingly looks up and is the only one that can spot Canabo at the back post. He takes the touch. And Boston United are 2-1 up here.